Today's society does not pray. That is why it is falling apart. You must speak to Jesus also with the heart, besides the lips. Indeed, in certain cases you must speak to him only with the heart. My past, O Lord, to your mercy, my present, to your love, my future, to your providence. Prayer is the best weapon we possess, the key that opens the heart of God. Pray, hope, and don't worry. Worry is useless. Our merciful Lord will listen to your prayer. To fail in charity is like wounding God in the pupil of his eye. What is more delicate than the pupil of the eye? To fail in charity is like failing against nature. In the spiritual life, he who does not advance goes backward. It happens as with a boat which always must go ahead. If it stands still, the wind will blow it back. God loves man with an infinite love, and when he punishes, he does so with reverence, almost fearing to hurt. Don't worry over things that generate preoccupation, derangement, and anxiety. One thing only is necessary: to lift up your spirit and love God. That which comes from Satan begins with calmness and ends in storm, indifference and apathy. Don't fear. Jesus is more powerful than all hell. At the invocation of his name, every knee in heaven, on earth and in hell must bend before Jesus. This is a consolation for the good and terror for evil. You must remember that you have in heaven not only a father, but also a mother. Let us then have recourse to Mary. She is all sweetness, mercy, goodness, and love for us because she is our mother. Don't be so given to the activity of Martha as to forget the silence of Mary. May the Virgin who so well reconciled the one with the other be your sweet model and inspiration. It would be easier for the world to exist without the Son than without the Holy Mass. 1,000 years of enjoying human glory is not worth even an hour spent sweetly communing with Jesus in the Blessed Sacrament. How can the Mother of Jesus, present at the foot of the cross on Calvary, who offered her Son as victim for the salvation of souls, be absent at the mystical Calvary of the altar? We must always have courage, and if some spiritual languor comes upon us, let us run to the feet of Jesus in the Blessed Sacrament, and let us place ourselves in the midst of the heavenly perfumes, and we will undoubtedly regain our strength. Have you not for some time loved the Lord? Do you not love him now? Do you not long to love him forever? Therefore, do not fear. Even conceited that you had committed all the sins of this world, Jesus repeats to you, many sins are forgiven thee, Becca. The heart of our Divine Master has no more amiable law than that of sweetness, humility, charity. Often place confidence in divine providence and be assured that sooner heaven and earth shall pass away than that the Lord neglect to protect you. Where there is no obedience, there is no virtue, there is neither goodness nor love. And where there is no love, there is no God. Without God, we cannot reach heaven. These virtues form a ladder. If a step is missing, we fall down. Obey promptly. Do not consider the age or merit of a person. And in order to succeed, imagine you are obeying the Lord. The final purpose of meditation is the love of God and one's neighbor. Love the first with all your soul and without reservation. Love the second as another self, and you will have arrived at the final purpose of meditation. Temptations, discouragement, and unrest are the wares offered by the enemy. Remember this: if the devil makes noise, it is a sign that he is still outside and not yet within. That which must terrify us is his peace and concord with the human soul. The demon has only one door by which to enter into our soul, the will. There are no secret doors. No sin is a sin if not committed with the will. When there is no action of the will, there is no sin, but only human weakness. When you are exposed to any trial, be it physical or moral, bodily or spiritual, the best remedy is the thought of Him who is our life, and not think of the one without joining to it the thought of the other. Always live under the eyes of the Good Shepherd, and you will walk unharmed through evil pastures. Walk in the way of the Lord with simplicity and do not torment your spirit. You must hate your defects, but with a quiet hate, not troublesome and restless. A good heart is always strong, it suffers, but with tears it is consoled by sacrificing itself for its neighbor and for God. The life of a Christian is nothing but a perpetual struggle against self. There is no flowering of the soul to the beauty of its perfection, except at the price of pain. He who attaches himself to the earth remains attached to it. It is by violence that we must leave it. It is better to detach oneself a little at a time, rather than all at once. Let us always think of heaven. Let us bind ourselves tightly to the sorrowful heart of our Heavenly Mother, and reflect on its boundless grief of how precious is our soul. If we are calm and persevering, we shall find not only ourselves, but our souls, and with that, God Himself. Love and fear must go united together. Fear without love becomes cowardice. Love without fear becomes presumption. When there is love without fear, love runs without prudence and without restraint, without taking care where it is going. Time spent in honor of God, and for the salvation of souls is never badly spent. You must have boundless faith in the divine goodness, for the victory is absolutely certain.